Are back at it. Day one is done. I am leaving the Motel 6. We are fueled up. I stopped at a Subway. It was delicious. So now we are back on the road. I had a really cool experience at the Motel 6, which is something you wouldn't really expect. It was actually clean. It was really clean. And, man, like, probably the cleanest Motel 6 I've ever been in. And I have unfortunately spent many, many days inside of Motel 6s. And every time I've gone to a Motel 6, it's always been pretty seedy and kind of trash. Not this time. This time it was pretty baller. I had a really nice room. I didn't use their Wi-Fi because it's not protected. It has no password. I was like, what the hell? I was like, no. It sounds like you guys want me to lose my data. So, anyways. The Motel 6 was just outside of Ensign, so we're coming back in. And, we're going to just cruise on through town. Don't really need to make any stops for any reason that I can think of. And we're going to press on to Pomeranian Road. What the hell it's called? I don't know. Pomeranian. But I think it's going to be asphalt for a little while. So nothing really interesting for now. So when I have something more artistic to present, I'll bring y'all back. So see you then. Well, it's coming to its end. We are back on the dirt. Nice. Look at this. It seems pretty smooth. Nice. Unfortunately, I think there's a truck ahead of me. And, got a pretty bad feeling he's going to be with me the whole duration of this. Yeah, there he is. So, we'll see how this goes. Maybe he'll kick up dust the whole time that I'm here and make me sad. But, what are you going to do? You know what? Hold on. I'm trying to air down these tires. Because, I'm feeling a little too shaky on them. A little bit better. That's a ton of them too. Wow. These are the most beautiful cacti I've ever seen. My goodness. Damn, that one is ancient. It's probably gonna die soon. Poor thing. Or it's turning into one of those, one of the trees. I think if they live long enough, they actually, they turn into trees. Like their base hardens into into this wood, and they can just continue to be a cactus. Species of cactus. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's cholla. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's cholla. If I'm right, and it is cholla, cholla is that when it dies, it dries out like a hollow wood. So you'll actually see, like, it's real popular in I think in aquariums and what is it? Like lizard habitats. because it's very porous and they like to crawl around or swim inside of it. It's another tidbit of useless information brought to you by me and whoever told me about it or wherever I read it. Till next time. Well, it looks like the dirt road is ending, so back to the asphalt. According to that sign, I've just left Pima County. Nice, bro. It was a nice little detour, that dirt road. Took it a little bit slower than I typically do. There's a few sections that were a little weird. There was a portion that out of nowhere was just straight up sand. And I was like, oh shit. So that was kind of weird. Nothing way too technical over there. That was a breeze compared to yesterday's madness. I was still tormented by it. I'm sure there is more to come. Super pretty. Man, I love this desert. This desert is absolutely gorgeous. Anyone that doesn't understand this, I'm sorry. I'm sure it probably doesn't do it justice doing it on the old GoPro here. But man, this stuff is beautiful out here. I know there's other places that are probably way more breathtaking than this, but man, the desert truly has her own form of beauty, as the cliche goes. But it's very true. It's very true. The American Southwest is truly a jewel. Apparently we're supposed to head out this way, but before we do, I want to double check something. Learned my lesson from yesterday. Let's see. Okay. We are on track. So I think at some point we should be coming across Highway 77. I think that's the one. And I don't believe that we'll be riding on it, but we will be riding alongside it on this dirt road. So really glad to see there's more dirt on this. I was a little nervous that when I take this road, when I take this route, there would be nothing but asphalt. So I'm really happy to see that there's a pretty good portion of dirt. Let's see. This is really hard packed stuff too. Thank goodness. No more sand for now. Oh, did I speak too soon? There's just light dust. See, it's roads like this where the KLR actually, what I say, strives. These hard-packed dirt roads This is what the KLR is, in my opinion, made for. It's tailor-made for just, hey man, you want to hit this dirt road, like, what I'm doing to this machine is probably not what's recommended. You should not be taking, like, the KLR. I love this machine with all my heart. Make no mistake, this thing is my baby, and I'll ride her until the ends of this earth. But you got to do a lot of modifying, a lot of accessories. Hey, another dual sporter. You got to do a lot of accessories to get her roadworthy. I think that gentleman was on a GS something. I couldn't really tell. But you know, a machine like that, I mean, it's got more power. The downside is it's so heavy, depending on the size that you get. I don't know. I'm not gonna say don't do the KLR, but I think that if you have the means to go for something slightly nicer, maybe like a Tenere 700. I've never actually ridden one, but from what I have been told by everyone in the community related to like adventure riding, dual sports, you know, things of that nature, everyone and their mother is like, yeah, the you know, the 700 is pretty solid. And then there's the Honda Africa Twin, another solid pick. Once you start getting into the KTMs and like the BMWs and stuff like that, I think that's too much money for what you're going to be doing with it. Because in my opinion, I like to be able to kick the shit out of this machine. Like, if I drop it and I have to drag it 5 feet to like the right because the place that I fell was too rocky, and 5 feet over there is dirt and I can get traction, I would like to be able to do that on my, you know, 400 or 500 pound machine that, you know, doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. You know, I wouldn't feel so bad about dragging it across the earth versus, you know, your GS, your KTMs, you know, it's just, you know, you're putting a lot of money into those things, and on some occasions, you know, you gotta pay to unlock features, which is just like, what the f? Like, I thought we were riding motorcycles. I didn't realize we had a Netflix subscription. Like, I don't know, just wild to me to think about. But I digress. If you want to get into this, if you want to get into dual sporting and, you know, all this horrible stuff that I seem to love and enjoy because I'm a fucking glutton for punishment, I mean, pull the trigger, do it. I remember how hesitant I was to get into this because I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, and I still don't know what the f I'm doing. Realistically, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing out here. All I know is that I'm on this bike, I have it packed to the gills with everything that I think I need to survive, and I'm enjoying my time. I'm enjoying my time. I wish I had people to ride with. I really do. But it's not the end of the world if you have to do things by yourself. If anything, it's quite enjoyable. You move at your pace. You don't really need to worry about anyone else. But then again, comes the old adage of, you know, one is none and two is one, which some cases is true. Like, I don't have anyone to help me here, you know. I'm out here raw dogging this here trip. If I go down, it's all on me. You know, I took some precautions. I have the little Garmin InReach Mini, like I said, with my little SOS button. But that's like a last case scenario. I'm going to die if I don't figure it out myself. You know what I mean? Like if I don't have the time, wow, that's real pretty. If I don't figure things out on my own, you know, I'm boned. But that's why I have that as that last ditch option. But I say that if you're thinking about doing this stuff, I say do it. Jump into it. But like anything, it's only gonna get better if you keep going. If you jump into it and like 2 months into it, you're like, I don't know, I don't want to keep doing this. Well, then of course you're not gonna get better. You know, you're gonna stop right there. You're gonna be like, no, this is it. This is the end of the line. I'm done. Dual sporting is not for me. and that's totally fine. That's acceptable. If you want to stick with like your cruisers or your sports bikes, by all means, 100% go for it. But man, you get some really unique opportunities coming out here on these roads. Anyhow, that's enough of my ranting. I'll get back with you guys when I have something else to talk about or something more interesting to present to you guys. Alright, I believe this is our first pit stop. Woo. Hey, look at that. Kilroy was here. You know, I used to draw that all the time as a kid. I don't know why. I loved drawing Kilroy. That was hilarious. I didn't graffiti it, but yeah, man, I'd always draw it. I have no idea where I am. There's a Circle K up here. Stop off, get a little bit of gas. Probably don't need too much. If I bet, maybe $2 worth. I guess this place is called Mammoth? Yeah, Mammoth. Whoa. Alright, I was wrong. $5 worth. Well, we are back on the dirt road. After got gas and a little bit of food here and there from the gas station. A gentleman came to talk to me, sat next to the bike, had a few questions about the KLR. It was a nice conversation. He recommended a Mexican restaurant that's not next to the gas station. There's another one down the road. And he said, yeah, that one's way better. He's like, this one's cool. He's like, but that one's way better. And I was like, all right, what do you recommend? He was like, the enchiladas. So, had the enchiladas with red sauce, chicken enchiladas with red sauce. And I have to say, they're pretty good. Don't know if they were the best ones I had in my life, but they were certainly good. Yeah, after the diner, or after the Mexican restaurant, there's a little turnoff that kind of hidden in between two buildings. Leads you to this. And, wow. I was not expecting this back here. This looks like it might be becoming more technical. There's a little bit of sand out back that way. I hope it doesn't continue, but looks like a little bit of rocks is all. Nothing too crazy. Thank goodness. Holy shit, what the fuck? That was crazy. That cattle guard is missing like 2 of its bars. Whew. Yeah, looks like we're getting more sand. Cattle rancher. Low and slow. That is hella rocky. Alright. 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 Why? Well, there's always going to be gates in the really hard portions. Oh, you are such an nice and sturdy. There we go. Whew. Oh dear. We're in the sands. Oh, we're in the sands. Alright, all is well. All is well. Fine. We're gonna slow cook this one. Not so bad. Not too bad. Nightmare is over. Whew. All right, that one was actually fun though. I like that one. Yesterday's is evil. No! Howdy. That was unexpected. Here's where we link up on the 77. Huh. I don't know what time this is. I think we're coming in. Is this Winkleman? Yeah. This is Winkleman. You know the rule. Never pass on gas, even if you don't need it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get gas, and then we're gonna get on out of here. Somewhere up ahead, probably where that dirt road is over there. That's probably where the hard route is. I think it's one of these turnoffs. Yeah, it'll be right here. What is that? Dripping Springs Road. Yeah, probably right there. Yep. So, that would have been the hard route. But, like I said, given the circumstances of where I'm at, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that right now. So, I'm just going to press on to Globe and call it a day. Probably poke around a little bit. And I'll definitely backtrack onto that hard section from Globe though. Just look into finding campgrounds or somewhere to bed down for the day. Alright, we have just entered the town of Globe. Alright, well, we have backtracked onto the hard section, and this doesn't look too bad, but you know, this is just the beginning. Looks like some people are coming out here with either bicycles or dirt bikes. Here, I tell. Probably bikes. So it is definitely not getting more difficult, which I think is really cool, but also kind of depressing. Because holy hell, look at how beautiful all this is. I'm sure before this fire that clearly came through here burned, this place must have been gorgeous. Nothing but pine trees, I bet. sad. Because you look, man, it's all just scorched out. See, look at that whole thing. That whole thing is pines, man. That's crazy. It's crazy what a spark can do. All these were alive. This whole place just smelled like beautiful pine. Man. Alright, well, found some campgrounds. They look nice. Also, they have bathrooms, which is bananas. I didn't think there'd be bathrooms up here. There's a little bit of running water in that stream there, so that should be pretty interesting as a source of water. But I'm trying to find another campsite, a little more secluded, all less folks around me. I'm really glad that I decided to backtrack though, because man, if I got to miss out on this, I'd be so sad. I'm gonna flip around and I'm gonna see if we can't find a place back there to call home. There was one spot that was a pretty big winner, but I'm gonna double back. Oh my goodness, it's so heavy. I hate you. That's not true. I love you so much. I'm kidding. There we go, and away we go. That's gross. What does my brake sound like that? Huh. I'll have to look into that. It would be really sad if that Can-Am is parked up at the place that I was thinking about staying. But whose fault is it but your own? Well, water looks a little too scummy. Oh no, bro. This will do. Oh yes. Is the not so glamorous part of ADV riding. These things weigh a ton, so it's not always easy to get her moving. Where do I want to park this doohickey? Will that do, or will this do? Cool. I think either way she's fine. Well, boys and girls, I think we found home for the night. I'll take a poke around and get back with y'all. Alright, boys and girls, this will be home for the night. I got the solar panel set up. I've got a pretty big overcast, but pulling some juice out of her. According to the Garmin, she is charging. Oh, pine cone. Really pretty. Anyways, I got this here table. I'm sure I'll make use of. Little fire pit.
I don't know if I'm going to use this because looks like it'll need like a lot of wood, and I'm not trying to use that much wood. I'm trying to like boil like a small pot of water, but who knows. I will certainly use this charcoal though, because yeah, I'll use that charcoal for sure. It's a good fire starter. Ooh, that's also charcoal. Yeah, that's all charcoal. Anyways, yeah, if you don't know, burnt out stuff like this just becomes charcoal, and you can use it to start new fires. So, little camping tidbit for you. This is my house. Everything from hygiene to clothing and camp shoes and water filtration. Oh, that's another thing. I do have a source of water here too, and that's really cool. I checked the weather. At 3 a.m. it's supposed to get to like 48 degrees, so it might be a little chilly tonight, but that's what the sleeping bags and tents are for. So I've got this little creek going. Got a little bit of algae in there, but nothing the old Sawyer water filter and boiling can't resolve. So come down here and fill up some of the bladder and filter out as much as I can, and boil it too. So I think this is probably my best bet over here. Oh, where the sediment is. Yeah, probably somewhere right around here. I'll pick it up right there. Alright, well, I'm gonna get to work to setting this place up, getting her all livable like. So I'll check back in when she's all done. Alright, I changed my mind. I picked this spot. Ugh. Alright, got about half a gallon of water. Cool thing about it is just hook up the little filter line to that, hang it from a tree or something. Gravity does the work. Alright. Soon, camp. Soon. My tent is having an issue. Go figure. It's a 2-pole tent. 1 pole is just fine. Well, the second one, the elastic apparently had snapped, and I did not know that. And so now all the poles are loosey-goosey. So I'm going to try and tie that back together and feed the poles through, see if I can't make a difference. Well, we'll see. Adapt and overcome. Alright, Sawyer set up, tent is set up, wind is kind of picking up. I already threw some gear in there to hopefully help her stay put. Put some rocks on my tarp. Anyhow, ladder plus tube plus filter plus pot hopefully means filtered water. So it's good to go. There she goes. Fascinating. Need to figure something else out though. I don't like the way this is positioned. Stand by. Well, why work harder when you can work smarter? Cool thing is, once it's finished doing its thing, just close the little cap, and that's it. So, got the water filtered. Now time to get to work on building a fire to boil this bitch. Alright, so cut up some wood. it's not too shabby. Alright, so it's a okay amount of wood. Already kind of got this tinder pile started with the charcoals and such, so I'll go ahead and give her a light. There she goes. Alright, let's take a peek. Look at that, boiling. I'll let her sit a little longer. That way she kills anything evil trying to kill me. Otherwise, can't beat that view. Getting settled up. Might make something to eat in a little bit. What? Man, it's really peaceful out here. For dinner, this Mountain House beef stroganoff with noodles. As with all things, a problem has occurred. She's starting to leak from this tiny little seam rip. But I come prepared with travel duct tape. It's always something, right? Always something. Alright, let's hope she holds from now on. Let's take up. I have a little bit of dirt on it, but at least it won't smell like ass anymore, right? I hope. Well, we'll hang these up to dry, hopefully. We'll dry by morning. Alright, let's get her done. Come to me, trusty MRE spoon. Ugh. Nice. Alrighty. Boiling another pot just so I could filter that out and let it cool, and we'll add that to the hydration bladder later. I have a Cliff Bar too. So, day is unwinding. This has been a very relaxing moment. I've been caught up with a lot of the hustle and bustle. I forgot how nice it is just to sit still and do nothing for a while. Alright. Camp is all set up. Pretty much packed away everything that I need to. I made this thing to help, dry off my clothes and see the steam coming off of it. So, now we're just hanging out. Probably gonna keep this fire going for a little while, and just before bed put her out. Wow. I'm enjoying this trip quite a bit. Very much needed. Oh, and I dragged that stump over here so I could chop it up and use it as charcoals as needed. Anyhow, probably see you guys in the morning. So, see ya.